Here are 3 things Americans say that totally baffled me. Hi, I'm Paul, and this is my series on English words and expressions they never bothered to teach me in school. I remember coming to the United States after having left a not very good marriage, and I was talking about my motivations and my ex-wife to one of my friends, and I showed him pictures of my wife and said, well, she was very pretty. Well, I say, if you think she's pretty, you can marry her. And then he said, no can do. No can do. I said, what's that about? No can do. It doesn't even sound grammatically correct. And he said, it's just a funny way of saying, sorry, I can't possibly do that. And it came from Pidgin English. Pidgin English is kind of the English spoken by immigrants who are not very familiar with the rules of grammar, particularly Chinese immigrants when they came in the 19th century and they said no can do, and people made fun of them. They were mocking them and imitating them. And later on, it became a funny thing to say in movies and TV series. So if you don't want to say, no, I can't do that, no, you can, instead you say jokingly, no can do, no can do. Another thing I had to get used to is how you pick up the phone. When people rang, I picked up the phone and I did what I usually did in the Netherlands. And I said, met Paul Holland. It's me, it's Paul Holland. I identified myself. And my wife said, no, you can't do that. My American wife, by the way, you can't do that. You can't give people your name. They have to ask for you. Is this Mr. Paul Holland? And then you say, this is he. This is he. Why can't I say, well, it's me. Yes, you're right. It's me. It's Paul. No, he said, you have to be more formal than that. You have to say, this is he. And it stems from a traditional grammar rule that I have to read off the page because it doesn't make any sense to me. It says the verb to be is considered a linking verb or a copula, a linking verb, not a transitive action verb. And because of that, you have to say, this is he, not this is me, this is Paul. You say, this is he. The last thing is when you come into a restaurant, you can't just pick out your own table. You have to wait for the host to seat you, at least in some restaurants. And they say, how many are in your party? And the first thing that I said, totally oblivious, I said, well, we're not here for a party. We're just here to have dinner. And everybody laughed. No, she said, I mean, how many are in your group? Oh, okay. Well, I said, there are 5 people in our group. And then my wife said, no, you just have to say, we are 5. We are 5 instead of we are 5 people. I said, why can't I say we are 5 people? There are 5 people that are. Well, she said, we are 5 is just a very short way to say what you want to say. Don't waste words. You don't have to say people because they can tell that we are people, not some animals escaped from a zoo. So you just say we are 5, we are 6, whatever. And it emphasizes the group of being together, a sense of togetherness. We are 5. Well, that's what I do from now on. Have a great day. Tot ziens. Bye-bye.